My name is Laney Pease. I'm the 2025 Kentucky State Star in Agribusiness, and I'm the owner of Sweet Peas, Berries, and Bouquets. So I grew up as an advisor's kid, so both of my parents were advisors. I grew up going to FFA camp every summer, going to state and national convention, watching all those officer teams when I was young. And then when I came into high school my freshman year, I knew without a doubt that I was going to be an FFA. So my flowers actually began before I came into high school. I started it this summer between 8th grade and freshman year to really get a head start with my SAE in mind. It was really started to be my SAE. Me and my mom kind of came up with the idea because she was the greenhouse and floral shop teacher at the high school. So flowers were kind of an automatic interest.
You know, when she started this, who knew? Like, it was just gonna raise some flowers in the backyard, and she didn't know where it was gonna go from there.
And then we put out some flowers that year. I put out 6 varieties, and I started them, grew them, made bouquets, probably made over 100 bouquets that year because during COVID, many people weren't going to the floral shop themselves, and so I was able to take their orders, have them pay me over Venmo or even pay and check through the mail, and then I would go deliver them wherever they needed to.
We really have the community that supported, hey, here's this 13-year-old girl that's raising flowers, and she had an awesome outlet at that point in time. Nobody was out and about, so they were asking for deliveries here and there, and she was meeting and picking up flowers, and it pretty much just took off from there.
Between that first and second year of actually starting my business, at 13 years old, I had a family friend come to me about doing her wedding. So that was the first big milestone, was someone trusting me with the happiest day of their life.
A lot of times brides and brides' moms, it's a high stress event. So I've always been super nervous and almost trying to talk us out of, let's not do weddings. Like, you know, how about high school proms and dances? That kind of thing is pretty low key. But yeah, she's done several weddings, very successful, everybody pleased, very cool.
The trust that those original people gave me, I'm so grateful for, because without that first wedding, it wouldn't have spurred the next one and the next one and the next one. Going into my sophomore year of high school, I competed in the Kentucky FFA Shark Tank Grant Contest, which is a great contest, not just for what you can possibly win, but it also had me sit down and go over business proposals, budgeting, looking at all of my sales in the past to see if I was something worth investing for in the future. So with that grant, I was awarded $5,000 and I purchased a horse trailer.
She actually found this trailer from some folks that moved into our area from Washington State. And their goal was to have a floral trailer. It's exciting to see what happens with it because she's got some plans for some bridesmaids events and stuff like that. So it'll be cool to see how that comes together.
With my parents being my ag teachers, I've kind of had a bit of a extra support system because not only were they encouraging me in the classroom, but I would also get it here at home too. So over the years, they've really just allowed me to focus on what I was passionate about.
For a lot of students, they're doing an SAE when they come into us 9th grade. They just don't realize what an SAE is. So getting them to understand and embrace the idea that, yes, I have cattle at home or I'm mowing yards, like that's what my SAE is.
There's been many late nights that I've had to be in Flemingsburg working in the shop. There's been many times that I've had to have someone take me to a delivery. And in the classroom as well, they've made sure that I was keeping up with all of my budgeting as well as making sure all of my records were within AET so that I could continue to compete with my proficiencies and with Star and Agribusiness. To have my name called was something that even as a freshman, I always thought, like, what if this could get to the point that I could be competitive for State Star? But for it to actually happen and for me to win was just a dream come true.
And she has actually developed her own business that she's gonna carry on into the future. So, but to see all of that, you know, highlight and capstone with earning State Star in Agribusiness, because I know that, you know, that was her goal, definitely was a goal, and, you know, she did it, so.